final day in Miami. I'm literally getting a cab in 1 hour and flying back home to London, which is so annoying because it's super cold in London right now. But such is life. Anyway, I wanted to make one more video for you before I go because I have my little 1 hour slot. And I thought this one, I will make 5 tips for you on how to dance to fast music. Now we've all been there when a really fast song comes along and we're like, why is this happening to me? And how will I survive? Well, hopefully after these 5 tips that I'm about to give you, you will find it easier or you won't be afraid at all. So stick around and hopefully you will learn how to dance to fast music. Tip number 1 is really obvious and I will say it anyway. It's small steps. Whenever the fast song comes on, you have to focus on taking small steps and doing everything smaller. I know it sounds obvious, but for some reason people try to dance exactly the same fast as they would do when they're dancing slow. It's illogical, it's impossible. Don't do it. The first thing you need to focus on in trying to small everything down, and that starts with your feet. Tip number 2 is sharper connections. So every time the music is faster, we need to move our bodies faster, hence why tip number 1, smaller steps to have a bit more control. But if you're dancing a partner dance, not only are you responsible for your own body, you're kind of responsible for the other body as well, especially if you're leading. So sharper connections makes it easier for the leader to lead the follower. And if the follower has sharper connections, it is easier to lead the follower. So anytime the music goes loco on you, you immediately need to sharpen the connections, keep the elbows always bent, try not to have a lot of lucid motion in the arms, no tension in the body, just the connections, reconnecting after every turn and every move, and that will definitely help you to dance to the music that is faster. After I give you the tip number 3, I'm probably gonna be punished by all of the professionals in the scene. But I do this all the time, and since I'm being sincere to all of my followers and I actually want to give them the tips that are not necessarily always technically good, but they actually work on the dance floor, so here it goes. You need to learn how to cheat. So it might not be the most technical thing you're gonna be doing, but it works when the music is faster. For example, you need to learn how to cheat with your footwork. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or like 1, 2, 3 tap, depending on what dance, you would skip and go 1, 5, 3, that, you know? As long as you're good with musicality and you actually know your rhythms, you know how to come back to which timing, you need to learn how to skip steps so when the music is really crazy, you don't end up going with every single step. You know, you end up skipping some steps and making it look like you're actually not dying in the moment, if that makes any sense, right? Or for example, you need to learn how to, this is for the leaders especially, how to maybe start your turns a little bit earlier for the follower, to lead the turns for the follower so that she would actually have enough time to go around. So if in salsa dancing on 1, for example, if you would prepare 1, 2, 3 and turn on 5, maybe when the music is crazy, you would start actually on 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does that make sense? So we kind of learn how to cheat, if that's the right word, and try to adapt to faster music. Position yourself maybe just with a jump rather than all 3 steps. So we end up learning, readapting, rather than actually going, no, this is the rule, this is how it has to be. No, the music is super crazy. How are you gonna make it happen without anybody noticing? That's the trick. You can't cheat and make it horrible. You have to cheat and nobody should understand that, only you. Tip number 4, don't do extremely complicated combinations that you're already struggling to do to a normal pace song to a fast song. Just don't do it. What is the point? If you have a super duper complicated combination and it's a normal speed song and you are not executing it with confidence or nicely or barely making it through the tens, why would you think it will get any better if you do it to a fast song? It does not. Surprise, surprise. It does not get better. It gets worse, and then tragically worse, and then it's a horrific situation. So my tip number 4, when the music is really, really fast, you have to do the things that you do with confidence, or skip a couple of extra tens, put them out. Whatever you feel confident with, that's what you should be using, and definitely that will be not the time to experiment with the moves that you are not doing well to a slow song. And final tip, tip number 5, you have to train. It's like anything in life. To feel more comfortable dancing to fast music, you have to train constantly to fast music. So, of course, if you don't have a dance partner, you might be maybe practicing your shines, your footwork, whether it's bachata or salsa or kizomba, whatever you dance. Or samba would be because it's faster than just kizomba. But you have to practice things to fast music. When you practice constantly to fast music, or like if you have a little routine and you get, somebody to rehearse the routine with, and you constantly practice it to the fast music, then when you go into the dance floor and the fast music comes on, it never feels as fast because your body's used to it. The reason we think that that song is fast is because we're used to dancing to normal tempo, so when that song comes on, it's a shock. But when you constantly dance to the same speed, it's just a normal speed. Right? Also, on top of that, it helps to exercise with high intensity and endurance exercises that prepare your body to go through stuff. Because another thing that we struggle with when we're dancing to fast music is we lose the breath and we are not as fit to go through moving so fast for like 4 minutes. So exercising aside, on your side, let's put my English, extra exercise for endurance or even hardcore cardio would actually help you to cope with a fast song. So then technique aside, you actually physically would not be in shock and like sweat like crazy for that one song. You'll be like, oh, my body is okay and it's coping with that song because your body is already used to some sort of endurance exercises or cardio. So train to fast music, train your body, even if it's not for dancing, and you will feel like dancing to fast music is fun, but not scary. There we go, we finished with this video. I hope those tips will help you to dance to fast music. Dancing to fast music is super exciting. It puts your blood running through the whole body. It's so much fun and it shouldn't be stressful. So hopefully that helps you out. And now I'm gonna go and maybe have some water. Look at the beautiful view one more time that I have through my balcony, and say goodbye to Miami and get in my taxi and fly back to London. Guys, remember the best way to learn is to actually come to the classes and meet me in person, because then I can look at you, touch you appropriately, and actually teach you. So just go to my website, dancewithrasa.com. You will see so many classes that I do, courses that I run, and I travel all over the world. So if you see me on Instagram in some other part and you live in that part, make sure you DM me and we can meet and do some classes. Anyway, the rest you know, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment with the video that you think I should be making for you, and I will definitely do it. Thank you guys for watching. Loads of love.